Having a good house and a sufficient income, and seeking, as I do, a reconciliation with your family, and finding your daughters as handsome and as amiable as represented by common report.
I have a plan of atonement for my fortunate position in the entail of Mr. Bennet's estate.
Indeed, sir.
A plan of amends full of eligibility and suitableness. A plan excessively generous and disinterested on my part.
Do not entirely comprehend you, sir.
In a word, madam, I wish to marry one of your charming daughters.
Jane is, of course, the eldest, and we must not forget what is due to seniority.
Jane, well...
As to my youngest daughters, I cannot take it upon me to say, but I do not know of any prepossession. But my Jane, my eldest daughter, I must mention it, well, I feel it my duty to hint, is likely to be very soon engaged.
To Meryton, Mamma, to see if Denny has returned from town.
Perhaps you would care for a little exercise, Mr. Collins.
Indeed I would, Mrs. Bennet.
Knew him since Friday. Isn't it nice? Look, there's Denny. Where? There, look. Who's that with him? Don't know. He's fearful handsome.
Do look at that sweet bonnet over there.
What a fine joke. We thought you were still in town.
There was nothing amusing enough to hold us there. Allow me to introduce my good friend, George Wickham. Miss Bennet, Miss Elizabeth Bennet, Miss Mary Bennet, Miss Catherine Bennet, and Miss Lydia Bennet.
This is our cousin, Mr. Collins. You stay long in Meryton, Mr. Wickham?
All winter, I'm happy to say. I've taken a commission in Colonel Forster's regiment.
Look, Jane. It's Mr. Bingley.
How very fortunate. Do you know we were just on our way to Longbourn to ask after your health?
You are very kind, sir. I'm quite recovered, as you see.
Yes. I'm very glad to know it.
I hope you will just come to have tea with us, sir.
I shall be very happy to, Miss Bennet.
I do apologize for this intrusion, Mrs. Phillips, which, after all, having no previous acquaintance with you, and yet, I suppose, if I flatter myself, might be justified by my relationship with these charming young ladies.
Pray do not apologize, Mr. Collins. You are not elusive, that is the main thing. Mr. Denny and Mr. Wickham have got away. Never mind. Lydia, Kitty, keep at the window in case they come by again. If they do, call with all your might. I have some other officers to dine tomorrow, and you shall all come. And somehow I will contrive to have Mr. Wickham. And you too, of course, Mr. Collins, if you should deign. Such an excess of good breeding and good looks in one person. It quite takes my breath away.
But did you not think what happened was extraordinary?
What?
Mr. Darcy knows Mr. Wickham and could hardly bring himself to be polite. Yes, I suppose it was. What can it have meant?
Your sister is all manners, all politeness, Mrs. Bennet. Excepting only in Lady Catherine de Bourgh and Mr. Bourgh, have I seen such elegance, such civility. She has included me in the most generous invitation, though utterly unknown to her before. I have never met with such attention in the course of my life.